Hi, it's Kirsten back again with another Be Well physiotherapy, integrating yoga therapy and physiotherapy. Today, we are going to be talking about your brain. In the last couple of videos over the last few weeks, I've been sharing with you this concept of hubs of movement. So we've talked about the rib cage being one hub of movement, as it is the hub for movement of your arms. We've talked about the pelvis, how it's the hub of movement for your legs. And today we're going to talk about your brain from the perspective of it being a hub of movement as well. And the brain is really the hub of initiation. And I've just lost my train of thought and perception. Talk about our brains. So, the brain is the hub of initiation and perception. So, all of the movements that we do start with a message that comes from our brain and is sent, that message is sent out to our limbs, to our body in order to move. Also, what happens in our brain in terms of initiation and perception is that we we receive all of the information from out in our world through our senses. And all of that information, taste, touch, smell, hearing, all comes in through our sensors and is perceived in our brain. Our brains use all of that information to then guide our actions. So there are often emotions that are attached with what we perceive from the information that comes in from the outside world. And those emotions are going to also play a role in how we behave and therefore how we move. So today's practice is a short meditation. So I will be staying here, sitting, talking. This could really just be an audio an audio file this week, but I would invite you to get comfortable, to lay back on the floor or in your bed, or to sit comfortably. Just be in a position where you are supported and really comfortable, where you don't have to do very much work at all to hold yourself in that position. And from this position of rest and of ease, we'll begin to explore how our brain, this hub of initiation and perception, how it helps, well, not how it helps, how it does link and connect sensation, emotion, cognition, and movement. We will be staying still for this practice. In stillness is where I find you can gather the most information about how your brain is functioning in terms of its initiation, in terms of its drives, and in terms of the information that it's processing and perceiving. So begin by just taking a few breaths. Settle into the position you've landed in. And count your breaths. Starting from 5 and count down. So inhale is 5, exhale is 5. Inhale is 4, exhale is 4. And so on and so forth. It's just you and your breath. Gently counting down. And if you lose track, that is A-okay. Just start back at 5. Great. And whatever number you've landed on, whether you got to 0 or not, that's fine. Now, following those few minutes of feeling your breath, of monitoring your breath, I'd ask you to check in with your current state, your current context. So notice first in the physical plane, if and where your body is sending you any messages. Can you perceive, is your brain perceiving, receiving any sensory information from your body? So sometimes that may feel like an ache or a pull in some location of your body. Sometimes that physical input, that physical information may feel like a release or a letting go. It may feel good. It may feel bad. I'm asking you just to check in and let that process unfold. This process of your brain perceiving, receiving information from your physical body is going on all of the time. Today, you have a moment to just bring it a little closer to the surface, to really notice and feel that process in action. What do you feel, and where in your body do you feel it? Great. Next, moving into the cognitive realm. Take a moment over the next few breaths to really notice your thoughts. What's going on in your head? So for this meditation, there's no need to try to allow your thoughts to leave and then to come back to your breath, like to come back to some centering spot. Here, for this meditation, I'd invite you to really welcome the thoughts. Welcome the initiation of your brain. So your brain has taken in whatever it's taken in from the environment around you, from inside your physical body, and it's working to process, and it creates a response. Notice the thoughts. Consider that perhaps those thoughts are part of the response. And with your thoughts, see if you can land on one word that describes the overall theme of your thoughts this morning. Then finally, shifting your attention again, staying in this wondrous place that is your brain. Can you feel an emotion? Happiness, sadness, anger, frustration, acceptance, resignation. So again, welcome the emotions. Notice your emotion. So you've gained some information about your current state, your current situation. You've gained an understanding of your physical, your emotional, and your cognitive state right now. From there, let's move through a bit of a body scan. Starting in your mouth. Feel the inside of your mouth. Feel the top of your mouth, the floor of your mouth. Feel the insides of both cheeks, left and right. Now moving outward, feel your jaw. Feel the left jaw. Feel the right jaw. Feel your forehead. Notice the space between your eyes. Feel the top of your head, the crown of your head. Then feel the back of your head. Feel the space between your shoulder blades. Your thoracic spine is there. Your rib cage is back there. And your shoulder blades sitting on the back of your ribs. Now feel the whole cylinder of your rib cage. Listen to your rib cage. Allow the messages of your rib cage to move up into your brain in order to be perceived and integrated. Notice if there's a thought or an emotion or a movement that you want to do based on listening to your rib cage. You're watching this hub of initiation and reception in action. And feel your pelvis. So if you're sitting, you can feel your sit bones. If you're lying down, you can feel the back of your pelvis, your sacrum, resting on the surface. Feel how your pelvis wraps all the way around from back to front, creating a bowl. Feel the inside of the bowl of your pelvis. Notice your brain's response. Allow the messages from your pelvis, the sensations, the feels from this physical part of you to be received into your brain. And notice, do you want to move? Do you want to take a deeper breath? Has a new thought popped into your head? Is there a shift in your emotion? Now feel your whole torso, the bowl of your pelvis, the cylinder of your ribs, and up into the sphere of your head. Sensing and feeling the whole center line, the whole hub of you. Feel your breath once again. Acknowledging that these three hubs, pelvis, ribs, and brain, work together to transform the air that's in front of your nose, your mouth, into your breath. Starting at 5 again, count down, monitoring your breath. Feel what you feel. And let's check back in at the end of our short meditation practice, starting with the physical realm. Feel your body once again. Notice the physical sensations. Are you receiving messages from the same place now compared to when we started? Has the quality or intensity of the sensation shifted at all? Then notice your thoughts again. Has the intensity or the quality of your thoughts shifted? And finally, checking back in with your emotional state. What emotion or emotions are present for you now? Has the intensity or the quality of emotions shifted at all? So now you have another landmark, another point. We started with your baseline at the beginning: physical, emotional, cognitive. We did a short body scan meditation. And now we arrive back at your physical, emotional, and cognitive check post. What did you notice? And to finish up, Let's take a big, deep breath. Fill up. And then exhale. Feeling gratitude for whatever you may have learned in this meditation. Change is possible. Healing is possible. And so often we tend to overlook two of the major players in our whole selves. And that is our cognitive selves, our thinking selves, and our emotional selves. When we're trying to heal from physical pain, we can focusing only on the physical. And it is by truly learning how your brain interprets those signals, how your brain initiates movement, how your brain creates this amazing spectrum of thoughts and emotions, that we learn how our physical state is embraced by our cognitive and emotional, and vice versa. Thanks for joining me again. I hope you have a wonderful day.